Hello everyone and welcome to KDH Art Class. My name is Miss Howard and we're going to make some complementary colored monsters. Dragons, creatures, aliens, whatever you want to call them. I love my little monsters here, and as you can see they open and close their little mouths. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need construction paper, scissors, glue, and if you have the color wheel that we made last time, that would be great, because we're going to talk about the complementary colors, what they are, because your assignment is to only use the two complementary colors, and then I will allow you to do black and white, or you could use pink if you want, like for the tongue or something, so but the monsters themselves can only be the complementary colors. So I'm thinking I'm going to take away the pink like I did here. Now that I'm thinking about it more, we're going to do two colors plus black and white to make our little monsters. They're so fun. So in order to do this, we need to know what is a complementary color. Complementary colors on the color wheels are opposite of each other. So if I was to put my pencil on the color wheel, it would be pointing to one color, red, and the other color, green. Red and green, dun dun dun, are complementary colors. Some people remember them as the Christmas colors. Those are your complementary colors, red and green. They could be the Italian flag, the Mexican flag. Red and green are complementary colors. There are more complementary colors. If we turn our pencil, so now it's pointing to purple and yellow, that means you could do your monsters with the complementary colors purple and yellow. Alright. So there's one last one. We can turn it to the blue and orange, and that could be your complementary color. Alright, we can have blue and orange. So you need to decide which complementary colors you're going to use. I used purple and yellow to make these two guys. So I'm not going to use purple and yellow this time. I've already done that. I'm going to make my monsters out of, I think, blue and orange. Blue and orange. So I have my complementary colors, blue and orange, they're opposite, and I went ahead and pulled a black and a white piece of paper. So I have my 4 pieces of paper here: orange, blue, white, black. Now remember, if you don't want to use orange and blue and instead you want to use red and green, well then you would need the white, the black, the red, and the green. And that's fine too. Or if you're going to use the yellow and purple complementary colors, then you can have the white, the black, the purple, and the yellow. Can I have all the colors? No. You may have 2 colors that are opposite of each other and black and white. So a total of 4 colors. 2 of them are black and white. 2 of them are your complementary colors. And like I said, for something different, I'm going to go with the blue and the orange. You may choose whichever colors on the color wheel you would like, as long as they are complementary opposite of each other. Alright, now that I know I want blue and orange, I'm going to take both pieces of paper and I'm going to fold them vertically. Hot dog fold, as us teachers call it. So it's tall and skinny. And I give it a nice squish. Okay. Now I'm ready to cut my paper. Now I'm going to show you something kind of cool. Okay. First of all, when you're cutting with scissors, make sure you never chomp. No fast chomp. Slow and little. So I say little, slow, little, slow, little, slow. Oop, move my hand. Little, slow, little, slow, little. Should take you a long time to stay on that folded line and cut your paper in half. In fact, let me start clearing some of this out of the way. Because we know our complementary colors. Now, if you don't have scissors and you are at home, here's something kind of cool that you may or may not know how to do. If you fold your paper really well, I like using like a pencil, and I squish. I'm just squishing it down. You could also use a popsicle stick, a craft stick to squish it down, a bone folder for the fancy ones that know what that is. And then open it up and close it the other way. It doesn't want to go very easily, but close it. And you can use your fingernail to squish it down, or you can squish it down with your pencil. And I'm going to repeat it again. Squish, 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 squish. And it's getting to be a really clean folded line. And one more time on this side. Squish, squish, squish. Or again, pushing down on my pencil really hard to make sure it's there. And now, if I'm very careful and I pull, come on, gently, you can actually cut this like that. But you are going to need scissors for this, and you are going to need glue if you're using this project. I did include a second project where if you don't have scissors and glue, you can draw your complementary monster. It's one of those that opens up and you will have your complementary colors that way. But you would have to go to KDH art class and look that one up yourself, unless you're one of my students and you go to your school Canvas course and you can find it there. Okay, so we're going to take one of the blue and one of the orange, and right here at the tippy top, I'm going to, let me turn this over so you can see the pencil line. I'm just going to be cutting kind of a semicircle curved line. We'll just go with the lines that we've been practicing. A curved line and a curved line this way. So it's like a little rainbow. Make sure it falls off the edge. So you're going off of the paper, curve it till it falls off the paper at the top, and then off of the paper. You can curve it. You can even do a straight line. You really can. We're just making the mouth. Okay, now both of my papers, my blue and my orange, I'm going to squish them together so I can cut through both of them at the same time. Turn your paper, not your scissors. You go ahead and cut those little edges off. Now, I personally like to save these for eyebrows. They're great for eyebrows. And, oh, mine's really crooked. Let me just fix this a little bit. Okay, close enough. Because now we're ready to fold, and I can fold them together just so that they're the same, or you can do different sizes of heads. And you have your two, squish down, stay down, squish down, stay down, and get this out of the way. So now we have our two bodies with our mouth. La la la. My big mouth. Much like I have my mouths here. Alright, so your challenge, because you're not allowed to use all the colors, you can only use the 4 colors, is you are now stuck with what can I decorate this with using these 4 colors. So with mine, I went ahead and I put these two together. And I'm going to go inside a little bit. No, you don't have to do this, but some people might want to. And I'm going to do a big U that goes all the way almost to the other side. Like that. Because that's going to be inside my mouth. That's the bottom of the mouth. Ta-da! And because I keep both pieces of paper together, as I'm cutting, turn the paper little, 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 turn the paper little, 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 no chomping. We want to control the scissors and make sure they behave. So now I'm ready to put my mouth inside of my little guy. You could trace these and make it more, or you can do it any way you want. I'm ready for my glue. Now when you do glue, I tell my students you must touch the paper. Don't squeeze. Just, sometimes it comes out on its own. Mine is not, so now I barely touch it. And it's barely coming out, and I'm touching my paper. Right? Touching my paper and rubbing it on the paper. There should be no swimming pools in your glue. If you have a glue stick, I do not open it all the way up to the very, 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 very last little bit showing. Just barely let a little bit of that glue stick stick out. And again, put the glue on the paper. Don't rub the glue all over because you make a hot mess. Put your glue on your little piece that you're going to add to your big piece. So I'm going to do the same thing to my other one. Make sure I'm touching. The glue pretty much is coming out all by itself, but I'm barely touching it. Just enough to kind of hold it. And ta-da! And I'm not making a mess of my glue. Alright, let me go ahead and put his mouth or her mouth in there. I have the his and the hers and the hers and the his. However you want it. Alright. And now I can start think about how do I want to decorate it. Well, maybe I want some eyes. My eyes, I think I'll make them white for the big circular part. Let me get these guys a little bit out of the way. And I'm going to figure out how big I want my eyes. I'm not going to want to fold it in half. My eyes are not going to be that big, and that's wasteful. My eyes are actually going to be about the size of a water bottle cap. So I'm just folding it big enough for a water bottle cap to fit on there. Oh wait, I do have one. About like that. Or a milk cap in this case. And you can trace the milk cap if you want, or keeping both of them folded. I'm going to, I like just cutting, but I will show you what I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut a rainbow. And I'm going to make sure I cut through both pieces of paper at the same time. Turn the paper, turn the paper. Ta-da! And now I have two eyeballs that are the same. Isn't that amazing? So I could add two eyeballs that are on. I could have my eyeballs, oh how fun, if they're sticking up past it. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I don't need all of this. I'm going to touch my paper, and I'm just going to make like a little U shape, because I don't want to go all the way around this time, because it's sticking up. Again, you can make almond shaped eyes, you can make oval eyes, you can make circular eyes. It's up to you what shape eyes you want to do. Alright. And don't forget your other guy, or girl, gal, kid, monster. I think this time I'm going to trace and make circle ones. I haven't made circle ones. I've made rainbow ones, almond ones, oval ones, but I haven't done a circular one. So I'm going to trace around my cap, milk cap, water bottle caps, those electrolyte drinks of any kind, or just find something circular around the house. Jelly caps, if your monster's big enough. Okie doke, and I have some circle eyes. They're kind of big too. Oh, they could stick up a little bit too. Oh, I'm loving the falling off thing. But those that know my artwork know that I almost never ever stay on my paper. My artwork is always falling off, and I love that. It makes the eye move around. Okay, so now I have eyes. You need to start adding other things. Maybe you want to add a tongue. Now I took the pink away because I didn't want everything being pink or everything being one color. Your complementary colors are your monsters. A little accent is fine. Maybe you want to add some horns. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fold my paper in half for horns. Remember, when I fold my paper in half, I get twice as many things. And you can make your horns pointy, or you can curve them like a banana. Ooh, they could be really, really tall. Okay, I'm just going to follow that line all the way back. And this is what I mean by I don't like to draw, I just like to cut. But you do whatever you need to. Oh, look how fun those little horns are going to be. Now, I could put the orange ones with the orange, or I could put the orange ones with the blue. I kind of like doing the opposites. And I can turn it over the other way. Ooh, and then I can make this one turn this way just to be different looking. Oh, look how fun that is. And you can move them around, and then of course add your glue. You just need to do the very little bottom of it. And now I have my little blue horns, or I have my little orange horns. because blue and orange are complementary colors. Oh, fun. Oh, and we're just getting started. Now, remember I'd cut these off in the beginning, so I'm thinking about eyebrows. I think I'm just going to kind of add them as curved eyebrows in there. So I don't need the whole piece. I think I'm just going to cut a little bit of it. And again, these are your monsters to create however you want. So I can give them eyebrows, or, don't want to turn them over that way. You see the pencil line. This is why I don't like to draw with pencil. You can give them eyebrows this way. You could even be little decorations on his nose. Oh, I'm liking that. I didn't even mean that. I was thinking of my eyebrows. So that means I just need to do this other side. And again, they could be the eyebrows, or I like it as the nose decoration. I did triangles and squares or rhombus on these. Okay? And those are just banana shapes. Yeah. And of course, touching your paper, not squishing the glue. And there should be no glue oozing out, and this takes practice. Or again, you're using your glue stick. You could add teeth, square teeth, and you can put them on the top of the mouth as well as underneath. And I did the opposite here. I gave them really silly teeth there, and just a couple inside. Okay. And you could be adding polka dots, eyebrows. You need your eyeballs. It just doesn't look right without eyes. So again, I'm coming back to my leftover little papers, and I'm just going to turn the paper, turn the paper, turn the paper, and turn the paper. Oh, these are like teardrop shapes. Not that he's going to cry. Oh, but that would be cute. It's folded paper, so when it's folded, I get twice as many. So maybe I'll have my, again, only 2 colors. Only 2 colors. I'm not going crazy. And black and white. And what I love playing around with this paper is you can just put them in different directions and they look so different, but in a fun, cool way. Like this I did sideways, but this I'm going to do up and down. If your parents have anything special like a hole punch at home, you could hole punch to make little circles, or you have to cut them. If you have problems cutting circles, then cut yourself some long skinny lines, and then cut yourself a little square. 2, 3, 4. Put my little dot. One. Ooh, they're hard to pick up. 2. Oh, girls, yes, you can add eyelashes if you want. Ooh, I just heard a bunch of squeals. It must mean yes, they want to. Like, oh my goodness, yes. 3. I mean, how creative. They could be sister monsters, brother monsters. They don't have to be. I love how I put that on a little crooked. All of that gives it little personality. These are the little nostrils so he can breathe or she can breathe. I'm going to put this one this way, and I need another little strip of black paper to cut. And I think these nostrils will go sideways. Alright, so you guys have the idea. I want you to get as creative and fun as you would like with your monsters using your complementary colors. Grapes and bananas. Night and day, sunrise and sunset, and the Christmas colors, green and red. Whichever complementary colors you're going to use, stick with those 2 colors and challenge yourself to decorate it using only those 2 colors. I can't wait to see what you create. Have fun and be creative. Bye.